Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me on your podcast. My name is Phil Walton. I am an AR creator and I am also an author. I've written 2 books. This is The Ultimate Guide to Snapchat, and my other one is The Creator's Guide to Snap's Lens Studio. I got started in AR in about 2018. Before that, I was a 3D animator for 10 years, and so that experience working on 3D animation and learning how to build and texture and rig and put everything together in 3D really helped prepare me for what I'd be doing in AR creation. But I had no concept at the time that being an AR creator is even like a job someone could have, and it wasn't a job at the time. So you never know from like where you're starting from to where you end up, what you might be doing, and it's all about like exploring new opportunities and trying new things, and you just never know where life will take you. So talking about my AR journey, like I said, I got started in 2018. Coming off of 3D animation, I thought I wanted to do VR for my career, and even had a chance to work on a VR experience as an art director. But then found some job opportunities in the AR space, and kind of once I started building and found that it was much easier than I was expecting to create an entire experience by myself. I really kind of like fell in love with building AR and just like kept going with it and just kind of like dove in all the way. Unlike doing a VR experience that required a whole team of people and lots of time and skills that I didn't have, like programming, building AR is like something that I can do on my own and something I can do quickly and get stuff out there and have people react to it. And that was pretty amazing. Being an artist and being able to have people see your work right away and react to it. So that's really one of the reasons why I love AR as a creative outlet. And I didn't imagine being able to do this as a job, but it's what I do for a living and I love it. It's great. So throughout the years, like I didn't start off being successful with AR. It probably took me a year of just building lenses, building experiences, making filters, until finally people started to notice. I started getting some traction. One of the first experiences that I built that was really popular was the Singing Hamilton $10 bill one, which is an image marker experience where you point your phone at the $10 bill, US $10 bill, and it makes Alexander Hamilton on the bill like sing the song from the musical. So people really like that, and that was fun. That's a fun thing to like. It's like a fun party trick to take out and to show people, and they're just like, wow, that's amazing. So that's kind of a fun thing to show people, and like when they're like, well, what do you do for a job? Like, this is what I do. In the midst of the pandemic, there was a lot of people using Snap Camera on their Zoom calls because they were getting bored and people didn't want to dress up for Zoom calls. So they started doing stuff like becoming the potato for an entire call. And there was a lady who used the potato. She didn't mean to, but ended up getting stuck as the potato and had to be that for the entire Zoom call. And an image of that went viral on Twitter, and that kind of like was the beginning of the potato craze. And Now it's had like 1.3 billion views, and it's been talked about on shows and late night shows and everything. We even did a licensing deal with Taco Bell last summer, I believe it was, where they licensed a potato so they could use it in an advertisement. So that was pretty amazing. I've done work with Nickelodeon on the show Unfiltered, Nickelodeon's Unfiltered, which is this show where there's they have a panel of kids on there that are trying to guess who the mystery celebrity is, and in each episode the mystery celebrity is covered with a filter. So the kids get clues from the celebrity whose voice is disguised, and they have to like guess who it is. And so I did 2 seasons on Nickelodeon's Unfiltered. Second season, I built every single effect that was used on the show. That was an incredible experience. I've done work with Paramount, with Amazon, with Lionsgate, Hulu, just to name a few interesting clients that I've had. But yeah, it's just like I appreciate like what AR can do for advertising and as a tool for engagement. Just with an audience, I think people respond a lot more if there's an AR component in your advertising, and so that's why a lot of clients and brands like to go to AR to add that as part of their offering for an ad buy. So it's cool to be a part of that. The tools that I use for creating AR, for 3D work, I use Maya for building all of my 3D assets, and I built them custom. I also use Substance Painter to create the textures for them. I find that program really creates a high quality texture map, and you can also export normal maps and material properties maps to create the bumpiness and shininess and really to make something look good. And something that I like to do with a lot of my experiences is also incorporate like physics. I think just from what I've seen, people using my stuff, they really enjoy like secondary motion and just like something that feels alive while they're in it, and so adding chain physics or something like that kind of really heightens the experience and kind of like lets them inhabit the AR character that they're being at the time. And so what drives my inspiration in creating AR? I think, jokingly, a lot of people just like look at my work and like, Phil sees a thing that could be an AR lens, and they're not entirely wrong. That is kind of like, sometimes I'm just looking around and like, I wonder if I could make that as a lens or a filter, and I often do. So if you see my work, you're just like, oh yeah, it's that thing with eyes and a mouth on it. But I do, my kind of philosophy as I'm creating stuff is I do want people to have fun with AR, with the experiences that I create, and I do try to create experiences that are engaging for everyone to be able to try it. And I know there's quite a few people that I've talked to that consider themselves camera shy, but when they can use an AR lens to kind of like be somebody else or to inhabit a character, that that gives them a lot more confidence, and kind of like lets their personality shine through, or their inner actor. They can come to life and be a talking potato or something like that. And I try to make I think it comes from my experience with 3D animation. Is just being able to create appealing characters, no pun intended, but like that people will want to try, and something that they'll be able to have fun with. So I think that's a lot of what I built is really based around that. Yeah, so what do I think AR is going to have in the future, or just like what is the future of AR? I see there's a lot of attention being paid to like wearable technology, glasses, AR glasses, which I've had the chance to play around with, spectacles, and being able to create experiences that travel, that go with you, and I do think that's the future. I think AR is not going to be just fun, but also utility, and be able to like solve real world problems for us, just in our everyday life. It could be like walking directions to get to a place, or looking at a sign and have it automatically translate or something like that if we don't understand the language. But just being able to have AR improve areas of our life. And I think like we're just kind of at the beginning stages right now of like what AR can do. And so it really is an exciting time to be a part of this industry, and to grow with it, and kind of even shape the direction of things in some small way. Have an influence on that is really pretty amazing. And there's a long ways to go. There's so many things that are still out there to be discovered, and to have it be possible as devices become more powerful, and like onboard rendering on cameras can suddenly make things that are AR seem seamlessly integrated with the environment, or being able to have the computer understand the depth of a scene, or to use machine learning to erase something from a scene or something like that. There's just so many things that are still out there. And so I'm really excited for where things are going, and excited to continue with AR. So so that's about all from me. Really excited to talk to people that are getting started on their AR journey, or to people that are interested in building something, or just want to talk AR, or maybe want to pitch a project or something like that. So feel free to reach out to me. I know we're going to be sharing ways to do that. So don't forget to check out my book if you want to learn how to build AR yourself. So thank you so much, and talk to you soon.